Okay guys, I'm back down in the workshop today. I got my 1980s, I think it's an 85 Kramer Focus. It was originally a 3000D. I've made a bunch of mods on it, but this is my first real guitar. So what I'm trying to do today is install this truss rod wheel on this guitar, because this guitar adjusts down here at the heel of the neck, and it's, that's not convenient. And the reason I say try is because when you order this, I got it from Stu Mac. I actually tried to order it, quite a while ago, and it was unavailable, and they said they would email me when it becomes available, and sure enough, also a couple months back, they alerted me that it was available, and I ordered it up. I ordered 3 of them. But point being is, it doesn't give you any options. I don't know what the thread is. This is a Kramer. I don't think it's a USA guitar, but it's possible that the neck is one of those ones that was made by ESP in Japan. So I don't know if it would be metric or imperial, the thread-wise here. And they don't give you an option on which, anyway. So I'm gonna have to just take the nut off. And I've never done this before as well, taking the entire nut off of the truss rod. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to do that. Try to install this. Hopefully it fits. Hopefully the thread screws on, and then I'm gonna have to, probably just gonna clip the pick guard right there so I give access to it. I'll probably use a Dremel or my scrolling saw. Probably my scrolling saw actually, or maybe not, because I'm going to want to leave it on there. So probably the Dremel. Now I think about it, I'm not going to want to take the whole thing off just to clip that. So I'll probably use the Dremel to take care of that. So probably off camera, I'm going to loosen the strings and take off the neck. I'm probably going to try to save these strings. They're fairly new, and I should be able to take care of this without ruining the strings. So I'll be back with the neck off, and we'll have a look at it and have a go. Okay, so while I have the guitar out here, I guess I do a little bit more about this. This is, my first good guitar. It's been through a lot. I got it new in 1985, if I remember correctly. It was like a combined birthday, Christmas present from my folks. And actually, I think I originally got the Striker, which is an even cheaper model with the 1 pickup. But that guitar would not stay in tune, so when I brought it back to the place, Kayazo Music in Freehold. What's up, Duke?
How's it going, man?
Pretty good. So when I brought it back to the place where I got it, they said, "You want to just trade up to this guitar?" And I was like, sure. It still had the Floyd Rose, or it still had a tremolo and a humbucker, and it also had the 2 singles. So it actually originally came with the non-fine tuning Floyd Rose version, and then you had to do a little dance maneuvering with the locking nut. Some strings would go sharp, and you'd have to know exactly how sharp they'd go before you locked it down. And once you figured that out, it was pretty accurate. So, anyways. So yeah, it came with the original non-fine tuning Floyd Rose, and I upgraded it to the fine tuning version pretty soon after. So yeah, this is a pretty early version. I'm pretty sure it's made in Germany. I gotta double check on that. Maybe I'll do that when I have the neck off. I've recently upgraded to the Seymour Duncan, and also put the kill switch on there. What else have I done? I put the little eye hooks for the strap. And it also came with, this was volume, this was tone, and this was the input jack, which and I know there's a lot of high-end guitars that have the input jack on top, SGs, and we actually have a Flying V that came that way. But it always felt cheap to me. Back in the day, in the 80s, it'd be hard to get a high quality right angle cable. So you'd have this big cable sticking out from here and getting away your tremolo bar, and it just looked awkward. So I always associated that with a cheaper guitar. So I put the input jack on the side there. So yeah, under this, the neck was unscrewed. I just dropped it out of the body and it fell onto almost to the floor, but the string saved it. So anyway, that's what just happened. So you can see I gouged a pretty nasty hole into this thing trying to get this done. And I actually finished all this up and cleaned it all up within the last few years. The guitar sat in pieces unplayable for a long time. As to the paint job on this thing, I actually was trying to go, I did this a couple years after having the guitar, so I was probably still a teenager. I was 15 when I got it, I believe, in 85, so probably 16 or 17. I wanted to strip it down to a natural color. I was going to go all natural. I kind of thought that would look good. I didn't like the thick, heavy paint that was on there either. Not that I knew that there was a difference in finishings, or I had no idea about the debate of whether the heavy poly inhibits the resonance of the guitar yet. I just didn't like the thickness of the paint. It felt plasticky, and I wanted to strip it and go natural. But I got about halfway through and got really tired, realized I was gonna have to, especially with the ends here, go at it with more than just whatever I was using. I was using like a belt sander, I believe, that my granddad, it was my granddad's at one point. And then I got a little tired of it. Wasn't sure how much more work it was going to go into taking it all the way off. And then I kind of liked the way it looked. And this is long before Reliking, long before. This is 87, 88. So, yeah, that's the story with this one. So anyway, I have the neck off. I'm gonna have to take this bolt off of here. Oh, it's funny, I thought it'd be a screwdriver. It's an Allen key. See, I haven't looked at it in so long, but it's just so inconvenient. So I'm gonna have to see when that comes off, the other thing will go on. If the shaft on is long enough, there's a bunch of things I gotta have to figure out. So I guess we'll figure it out together, huh? Hope I didn't bust the neck up at all when it fell. Doesn't seem like it. But this thing's been through a lot, so I'm sure she'll be fine. This is the Kramer backplate. So it's hard to track down exactly where or what year it is, but I grew up in a town called Freehold, New Jersey, and Neptune, New Jersey was only about 10, 15 miles from where I lived. We actually rode our bikes out there one time, me and a friend of mine. Not sure what we were expecting, but we didn't get anything. No tour, no spare parts. I don't even know, apparently looking back, I guess they weren't even making guitars there. They were putting them together a little bit and maybe doing some painting. But anyways, that's enough about Kramer. So this is, I think it's like a normal 4 or 5 millimeter Allen key. Yeah, so like I said, I've never done this before, so I'm hoping if this other wheel type doesn't work, doesn't fit for whatever reason, either the threads or the shaft isn't long enough, you know, it's got to go, you know, be able to still thread on tight and still be have access past this, because this has that extended fretboard to get the extra fret in there. Anyways, I'm hoping if it doesn't fit, I can get this nut back on there. So wish me luck. I want to have ruin the whole thing. I've seen people do this before, but I guess I could add, what is that trick to add? You can add some washers to the bolt, to extend the length. So this is coming out pretty easy. At least that's good. So I got that out. Now, I should know pretty quick if this is gonna work or not. Doesn't seem to be screwing right on there immediately. Not feeling like it's gonna work. It almost caught, but then it felt like it was gonna cross thread. That bolt looks quite a bit bigger than this. Quite a bit bigger. And this, yeah, this opening is quite a bit bigger than that. You guys can make that out, so. You guys see that there? The original is much bigger than the thing I'm trying to fit on there, so not gonna work. So at least now I know. I'm gonna do some research and see if they offer one that would fit. I don't even know what this is. I guess I'd have to do some research to see exactly what size this thread is to see if I can find something compatible. But this is the only thing I found online that is sold, available commercially or available to the public. There might be some companies, obviously, that machine them on their own, that use them on the guitars. But this one is not going to fit on my '80s Kramer with the a neck from possibly ESP or whatever the case is. So anyways, now I'm going to try to put that back on. Let's see. All right, well, it's going on easy enough. So no blood, no foul, I guess. But I would have really liked to have gotten that done. But it's not in the cards for this guitar. So that's that. Didn't work. I don't know if you call that an epic fail or even a fail, because I knew it was a chance it wasn't going to work. And the failure wasn't on my part, so I'm not going to have to wear that one, I don't think. But anyways, that's it. Signing out from the workshop.